2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Moments away at Bankers Life Fieldhouse, it'll be the Indiana Pacers going up against the Boston Celtics. So for Boston, their last game, a win against Orlando. That game was a real shootout. They'd like to keep their scoring up, but get a few more stops, too. And we'll get to see Al Horford take to the court in this one. Horford, a player that we all love, but the last few seasons, his rebounding has taken a dip. Is that just how it goes for big men as they get deeper into their NBA careers, Shaq?
Yeah, Ernie, all big men deal with declining rebounding numbers as they get older. Father Time is undefeated, buddy.
Undefeated. But the burst really goes away when your knees go. And I don't care. Father Time must have some great knees because he's been around a long time.
Wait,
I just got a question before we go.
What?
Well, if Father Time is undefeated,
Yes?
who goes after Father Time?
All these players. All these players who have tried to play past their years.
Okay, I got it.
And they've lost.
But Father Time has to have a Father Time.
No.
He must get tired too.
No, I'm so totally confused.
Jeez, I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Welcome, everyone, to Indianapolis, Indiana. It's the home of the Pacers, where we will be broadcasting today's action live. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Last game for the Pacers, a loss to Toronto. That one was real close, too. They lost by just 2 points.
They didn't play well in that second half. Had a big lead, but just didn't sustain the momentum and ended up giving it away.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, Nate McMillan took over as coach of the Pacers last season. Now, his previous head coaching job had been 5 seasons prior. He said, now, there's a lot of old school in me, but I do understand you have to adapt with this generation of players, the millennials, and how you communicate. They want to bring that old school discipline to this team. Kevin?
Thanks, David. It's great to have a mix of those things. Adapt or die, as they say. Clark, you've talked about this a lot, the changes, the biggest differences from playing college basketball to pro basketball.
Without question, Kevin, a couple of the biggest differences for me were the speed of the game and the quality of the players on the court. That was really something that I was aware of, but it hit me right between the eyes as I got going. And then the other thing was the travel and schedule. I hit a wall after about 60 games and was really a dead man walking for about 10 days before my legs came back and I finished that rookie season strong.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
It'll be the Celtics off the tip. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court right now for the Celtics. Brown and Hayward out on the perimeter. This is the 4 with Horford in the middle. And it's Irving in at the point guard position.
And now you see the finishing ability of Bogdanovic, undeterred by the contact there.
Brown dishes to Horford. The screen from Brown. Nobody near Irving. From outside, off the mark. And Oladipo has it in the corner. Back to Collison. And Young kicks to Bogdanovic. Turner with the screen on Hayward. Here's Bogdanovic. Al Horford with the rebound. Brown against Oladipo. In the corner, it's Hayward. Good D by Bogdanovic.
Well, he mistimed it just a skosh. Don't think the defense really had an impact. I think he just flat out missed it.
Good. Turner's got his first points of the night.
That's all about the ticker for Turner. Big heart, a real juggernaut on the boards who uses those long arms exceedingly well to get second chance opportunities.
Now, here is Morris. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Horford, no luck.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
Here's Bogdanovich. Shot clock reset for Indiana. Collison kicks to Oladipo. Turner with the screen. A second chance effort. Al Horford with the rebound.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Hayward with the ball. Now defended by Oladipo. Near the three-point line, it's Morris, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Oladipo with a screen on Brown. Collison the pass to Oladipo, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And, you know, Oladipo is one of those multifaceted players. I mean, he can do just about anything you ask of him when he's on the court.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Oladipo. And Oladipo has some parts of his game that needs work, but he is certainly terrific on the big finish.
Yeah, I mean, he's got longer arms than you would think for a player of his size, and the overall physical skill set, there's no doubt about it. You know, you look at his ability to just stay floating in the air for that extra moment when he's in attack mode, and this is a young man that still has his best basketball ahead of him.
And a dunk by Horford.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Now here's Collison. 12 points his last outing. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. 5 to shoot. Young sets a screen for Bogdanovich. Over Morris. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
He's been terrible. Absolutely awful. I mean, can't get it going. His shot isn't there right now. You got to help him some other ways.
Pacers have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. And stolen by Hayward. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Irving leading the charge. Horford, no luck.
That's smothering defense. Chicken and gravy defense, not giving him an inch there. That's how you guard the inside. Yes, sir.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Just a touch. I mean, it seems like he's forcing shots a little bit to me, Greg. Not playing his game right now, and with every miss, the pressure intensifies.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. After Jaylen Brown's miss, takes the 13-footer. Morris with the rebound.
Right, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, he has been, and he's got to find his stroke because he's holding back his team as a result of his poor shooting.
And Al Horford just so versatile. You know, that extends to the defensive end as well. Very mobile, can move his feet with smaller players, and at the same time gives you a presence on the interior.
One drops, he ties it up. And Horford won't wow you with his athleticism, but Greg, he's still a pretty good shot blocker.
He has great timing, anticipation, and awareness. Don't forget also he's got terrific hands, and you see that with all the steals he racks up.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
Gotta like the confidence. Such an important part of making shots. Nice seeing a big man knock down free throws.
Outside Collison. Young against Morris. Turner with a screen for Young. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Young's got his first bucket of the night.
Thaddeus Young showing you he can also handle the ball in the pick and roll and be effective. Cash money.
Irving dishes to Hayward. Releases from 15. Second chance shot. The kick out to Brown. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Brown's got his first 3 points of the game.
Hey, guys, that's just outstanding confidence from Brown. I mean, getting up with the shot right away and giving the defense no time to react, that's impressive.
Now, here's Oladipo. 20 points for him last game against Toronto. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Hayward with some nice D. Young with the steal. Takes it from 10. That one's not going to go. Now Boston takes it the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Yeah, you know what? The waters were calm for most of the game. I mean, little resistance. Felt like they could get any look they wanted at any time.
Oladipo with the ball. Now defended by Hayward. He used that pick to perfection.
That's a nice stroke, and he's got a good feel for that shot. Oladipo never going to pass up the mid-range jumper when it's there for him.
Now, here is Irving. A 26-point game for him in the win against Orlando.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates. And they just couldn't figure out how to defend it.
Here's Collison following the basket by Jaylen Brown. To the inside. Irving with the steal. Morris kicks to Hayward. Brown outside. It's rebounded by Indiana. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
Yeah, and this game kicks off a 4-game season series between the two teams.
Two conference foes, guys, looking to take game 1 tonight. It's very interesting to see who can land the first blow.
Now here's Hayward after Darren Collison's miss. That's tipped. Bogdanovich with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against Toronto.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Here's Irving after the made shot from Victor Oladipo. Collison against Irving. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Some changes for Indiana. Glenn Robinson, the 3rd, is checked in for Bogdanovich, and Corey Joseph subbed in for Darren Collison. Smart's checked in for Boston. Oladipo outside. Turner with the screen. And Oladipo kicks to Robinson. Jumper off the screen, and Boston with the rebound. Horford's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Smart. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Oladipo. Marcus Smart picking up that last basket. Here's Joseph. The teardrop falls in.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
The Celtics with the lead. And the Pacers have lived on mid-range jump shots for sure.
Yeah, they've got guys who can make them now. I mean, nevertheless, the way the league's going, it's hard to score at an elite level without getting more threes and baskets at the rim. I mean, it's pretty clear that threes and paint points are how you survive and do well in the league.
Oladipo, good.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
On the wing, Irving. Guarded by Robinson. Irving passes to Smart. He feeds it to Horford. Let's go. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Horford's got 6. Indiana's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Turner with the screen. And stolen by Hayward. Here's Morris. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Robinson misses.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Frozen. The guy is just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
And it's Hayward. That time on the assist by Morris. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Boston.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Irving against Joseph. Got a piece of it. Here's Smart. That's short off the rim.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
Now, here is Robinson, and it's sent back by Horford.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. And the foul goes against Indiana.
And, you know, there's no question about it. Hayward is an exciting player and an athletic forward who can really, really score.
The Celtics have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. The first one falls.
And there had been a will he or won't he feeling with Gordon Hayward's free agency. Tough choice, I got to believe, for him to leave Utah, but you can see why he wanted to join forces here with the Celtics.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Jefferson's checked in for Miles Turner. Sabonis comes in for Thaddeus Young. And Lance Stevenson subbed in for Victor Oladipo. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And Boston was the heavy favorite to sign Gordon Hayward, and ultimately the opportunity was just too hard to pass up.
And he's reunited with his college coach, Brad Stevens. This team has a great path to make a deep playoff run, and this just adds another star to a very balanced roster.
In this day and age, you've got to have the three-pointer in your arsenal, so it's nice to see Tatum working on his three-point shot.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Stevenson drives in and sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One shot.
When Lance Stevenson is focused, he's very dangerous, has a ton of talent, good, strong physical body, athletic, versatile. He does a lot of good things out there.
Here's Rozier, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. That's good from Rozier.
And the Celtics trade for Kyrie Irving sending shockwaves back in August. Never before had a pair of 25-point per game scorers swap teams in the offseason. That's what you call a blockbuster.
And this is where Jefferson makes his living, right inside. Really good at creating down low.
There's the pick. Rozier kicks to Hayward. 50 seconds left here in the opening quarter. In the corner, Tatum with it. 5 on the clock. From downtown, and again, Boston with the triple.
You got to respect the basketball IQ of Tatum. I mean, when the defense is not guarding him tightly, he's going to shoot that ball off the catch.
Joseph dishes to Jefferson. Baseline J on the way. No good on the shot. Now the Celtics take it the other way. 23 seconds left in the first. They get a hand on it. Now here's Stevenson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. 11 feet away, that one drops for him. And now a 9-point Celtic lead.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Joseph has an open look. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Boston on top, ending the first quarter with a massive 16-7 run. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself and his teammates.
We expect so much out of each other every single night, and the team is going to go as hard as we go, as well as the other pieces that we have on the team. But we have to control it from a standpoint that we have to play off each other.
Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media, but also, perhaps the most demanding of all, are the expectations they've got for each other.
Oh yeah. They're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from one another. And I got to tell you, it's fun to watch.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnover.
Just jumped all over him, Greg. I mean, pounced on him, using their length and quickness to come away with those steals.
Robinson is out there with Corey Joseph. Then there's Al Jefferson. Then it's Lance Stevenson. And it's Sabonis in at the 4 slot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Celtics leading by 8. Here's Rozier. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And Joseph kicks to Robinson. A second chance effort. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
The Pacers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
And that one falls for Robinson. Clark, when you look back on all the coaching you received and all the coaches that you've covered, what allows a coach to have a team buy in to what he wants to do?
I think there are a couple of things there, Kevin. One is authenticity, being who you are as a man and a coach. Whatever your personality is, whatever your hallmark pillars are as a coach, the things that you don't allow to be negotiated, staying true to that. But authenticity is huge. And then adaptability, being able to be flexible within your authenticity. Those things, to me, give you the most credibility as a coach and give you a chance to one, be enjoyable to play for and also successful.
Ooh, tough layup with the guy right on him. He can be a hard player to handle at times.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Back to Baines. The pass to Smart. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And at 6'4", 220, Marcus Smart with terrific strength for a combo guard, Greg.
I mean, he can just flat out bully most guards and even hold his own against the bigs. Beyond, though, that physical stature, it's his mentality that makes him special. He's a fire breather, just the type of player the Celtics look for.
That free throw, no good.
You know, so many people were surprised at the Kyrie Irving trade, but throughout the decades, Boston's been unafraid to pull the trigger. I mean, they moved up to number 2 to draft the great Bill Russell, moving back to number 3 to draft McHale, add Parrish, assembling the Big Three for a championship, then dismantling that Big Three for all those unprotected picks. This is an organization that stops at nothing to try and win titles. And lost his touch right there. Didn't see that coming. Usually, when he's hot, he stays hot.
Stevenson outside. Jefferson setting the pick for Stevenson. The rebound by Yabusele.
You know, thinking about Kyrie's legacy here in Boston, this is a town that cares only about championships. That's how his contribution is going to be measured. And only time will tell if he can walk in the shoes of the greatest players to ever put on a Celtics uniform.
Really like how he used his body, got outstanding position on the boards, and then maximized it.
And Joseph kicks to Jefferson. From short range, he gets that one.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
The dish to Smart over Bogdanovich. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain neutral position.
Now here's Smart following the miss by Al Jefferson. Pass to Yabusele. The feed to Tatum. Here's Rozier. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Pacers.
And when you look at that chart, concentrate for a second on what they're not doing. They're not getting a lot of threes from the corners. That's something that has to change. Makes it much easier to defend the team when you know they can't score from the corners.
Stolen by Stevenson. And now running up the court, Stevenson pushing it up. And that one, good.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
This will be his 4th shot at the line in this one.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And I know he's got to be upset at himself for shooting so poorly at the line. So I would think he'll be doing everything he can to bring those numbers up. And anytime you think about the Pacers, it's really hard to forget their recent dominance in the East now. I mean, in 2013, they were 1 win away from the NBA Finals. In 14, they earned the #1 seed in the East, and then it kind of snowballed south since then.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket. Collison
kicks to Bogdanovich. Here's Sabonis. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. 6 on the shot clock. Jefferson setting the pick for Stevenson. Another miss by Stevenson. Celtics leading by 3. And here is Tatum. No good with the layup. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Collison gets a wide open look. No good. In and out off the rim.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for getting the best out of his players. He said every NBA player has an elite strength. Some of them have 10 of them. And those guys are the very best in the league, right? But every one of them is here for a reason. And there are times where you can really soar with that skill. Kevin?
And that's why Stevens is already one of the best coaches in the league, David. You've talked about him for a long time, getting maximum results from every one of his players. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Tatum. Now here's Smart. He's guarded closely. Here's Rozier. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists now in this one.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Here's Sabonis. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. They set the pick. Off the pick. And finished off by Collison.
And Collison's quickness enabling him to slice to the rim there.
And Brown throws it down.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
Here's Stevenson after the basket by Boston. Goes up on the high post. Another miss by Stevenson.
Tell you what, Kevin, it would be helpful if he would start to contribute a little more on offense, because when he's missing, it makes it really hard for this team.
Yabusele, and the shot is good. Yabusele's got his first bucket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Collison, the pass to Bogdanovich. Sabonis kicks to Jefferson. Lays it up off the glass. Jefferson's got 6.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
To the middle. Brown dishes to Baines. Knocks it loose. Smart passes to Baines. He used that pick just right. Baines has got 4 points in the quarter.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Bogdanovich sets the pick for Stevenson. Outside Collison. There's the pick, and there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Clark, a lot of former players had a specific instance when they knew they were special, the way they played the game of basketball. Did you ever have a moment like that where you realized that you could make it as a player?
Yeah, there was a time when that became more realistic to me, Kevin. And I grew up in Cleveland, and during the summers, a lot of the Cleveland Cavaliers would stay in the area and play pickup basketball to stay in shape. And I got a chance to bump heads with a lot of those guys, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow, Austin Carr, Bingo Smith, Mike Mitchell. And I was only 15, 16 years old. And while those guys were going at half speed, it gave me the encouragement that I might be able to get to where they were if I continued to work hard and stay healthy. So at 15 or 16, during one of those summers, I began to realize that I might have a chance to realize the dream of being an NBAer.
Here's Irving. Bogdanovich picking up that last basket. Nice work there coming off the screen. Hayward's got his second bucket tonight.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
Celtics leading by 5 to the paint. Here's Brown. It's rebounded by Indiana. Young's got 6 rebounds in the game. Collison with it. Guarded now by Irving. And Oladipo kicks to Turner. And again, it's Indiana.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
It sure is, Greg. It might be the strongest aspect of their offense here.
Now, here is Morris. 8 points his last outing, picked by Horford. Brown kicks to Hayward. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Bogdanovich has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Oladipo, good.
Nice look there from Bogdanovich, the shooter keeping an eye peeled and open for the open man.
Now Irving. He's one of the better scorers in the league, averaging almost 25 points a game. Horford, no luck. Indiana's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Offensive rebound, and it's sent back by Horford. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Bogdanovich. Here's Collison. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. And that's now 6 points for Collison. Outside Irving. Here's Hayward. And that time, also a missed shot. Indiana leading. All going up court. And Darren Collison again. Collison's got 8.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Hayward. Robinson with the block. Goes back up. And Hayward with the lay-in. Hayward's got 5 points in the quarter.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
Now here's Collison. He's got 8. Over Irving. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. 10 points for Collison.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Irving with the ball. Horford with the screen on Collison. Passes to Horford. Collison against Irving. No good on that one. Good defensive work there by Young. Robinson down low. Defended by Hayward. That doesn't go either for Collison. Celtics trail by 4. Brown dishes to Morris. Basket counts. Morris has got his second bucket of the night.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Turner against Horford. Here's Young. Good work defensively by Morris.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, excellent extension on the block. Superb timing as well to slot that one away.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
While some are still speculating as to why Kyrie wanted out, the reality is, and it's this case with all great players, he feels like he's good enough to be the man on a team that can contend for a championship. And you might question how he went about it, but he's basically been a pro in his approach, and now he's got the chance.
And the first one drops.
And there is going to be a lot of discussion over Irving's decision to want out for a long time. And what he does the next few years may end up defining his legacy. He is all in on himself, and it could pay off huge or fizzle out.
And it's tied up with that one.
You know, he's a steady hand at the free throw line, showing tremendous confidence in this one.
And Joseph kicks to Oladipo. Turner with the screen. And stolen by Tatum. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. And he banks in the layup. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, I like how Tatum surveys the floor. Great at looking for his teammates, especially when they're open.
Turner with a screen on Irving. Joseph, the pass to Young. Turner with the screen. Off the pick. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Boston's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And Hayward gets it to go.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
So it's Gordon Hayward making things happen for Boston. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with head coach Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think was the main edge you had?
Well, I thought defensively we were a lot better, and then that led to some offense. But obviously, we're playing a bunch of skilled guys, and we're able to spread the floor, and that's helpful.
You have to make them work at both ends. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. Out in front at the half is Boston. They lead by 5. Kenny, what's your take?
Well, they were lighting it up from 3, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection, solid.
Shaq, your take on Indiana.
The thing I like was how they were making a conscious effort to work the ball inside. They should do the same in the second half. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Whether running the offense through the post, driving it, doesn't matter. Get to the rim, and the rest will take care of itself.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and crew, standing by courtside.
And we return to Indianapolis, Indiana, with a look at all the activity taking place in this terrific downtown. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Really an incredible game from Gordon Hayward.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was extremely aggressive. Picked up a number of steals.
Yeah, a real game changer in that regard, too. I mean, his activity was great. Excelled at finding ways to come up with those steals.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Pacers trail by 5. On the court right now for the Celtics. Irving and Brown pair at the 1 and the 2. Hayward outside at the 3 with Morris to his side at the 4. And it's Horford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here is Young, just 5 to shoot. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And while we got a chance, let's look at some numbers for Irving. 3rd in free throw percentage, 5th in assists, and ranked among the top 10 in scoring. He can fill it up with the best of them.
And he possesses so much confidence when he's at the line. You mentioned his free throw accuracy, 3rd best right now in the NBA. And he's earned it. Here is Hayward. Here's Brown. That shot misses. Nice D from Oladipo. Bogdanovich wide open. Kept alive. Goes back up. Oladipo misses.
Yeah, good interior D there. Prevents the deuce.
You know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now, here's Oladipo. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Jaylen Brown.
And the Celtics gave up 4 players to get 1 in Kyrie Irving, but they already had so much depth, they could afford to sacrifice a bit for a superstar just entering his prime.
That's good from Oladipo.
And really for the Celtics, just a wealth of assets, but in reality, only so much playing time to go around. Sooner or later, you knew they'd make a move, and I think they got the best player in the trade.
Boston leading by 5. Irving kicks to Morris. Back to Irving. Now here is Horford. 6 points for him. And stolen by Bogdanovich. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The Pacers shooting around 40% from the floor here. Irving against Collison. He dishes it to Turner.
And, you know, they don't have it right now. I mean, missing their first 3 shots so far this half, slow start.
Here's Brown, and count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And, you know, really, guys, Brown is very talented at knocking down shots, even when getting hit.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw good from Brown. And Clark, when you look around the league today, is there a player that you watch and think, hey, yeah, that reminds me of how I used to play?
There are a number of guys that come to mind a little bit. Tobias Harris is an outstanding player, terrific young player and young man. Has a game similar to mine in that he's really versatile, does a lot of things well, not super flashy, but very productive. He comes to mind right off the top of my head currently.
Here's Collison following the basket by Al Horford. Some nice passing here by Indiana. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Finally get one to drop after starting the half with 4 straight clanks.
Well, a lot of optimism around young big man Miles Turner. Nate McMillan compared him to LaMarcus Aldridge, who, of course, McMillan coached in Portland. Clark, can you see that?
Oh, no doubt. Both are 6'11"-ish, and both can really shoot the ball. Turner may be a better three-point shooter right now than Aldridge, but I think he's got to grow into being more effective in the post. He's more of a rim protector right now than Aldridge, but like L.A., I think he has a chance to be an all-star.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Irving kicks to Brown. Here's Morris, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And some changes here for the Pacers. Al Jefferson, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Sabonis comes in for Thaddeus Young. Lance Stevenson subbed in for Oladipo. And then for Boston, Yabusele comes in for Al Horford. And Smart subbed in for Gordon Hayward. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Collison against Irving. Jefferson setting the pick for Collison. Outside Bogdanovich. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Jefferson. The rebound by Yabusele.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Dishes it to Morris. Pass to Yabusele. Irving for 3. Connects from three-point range. Irving's got the lead up to 10 now for Boston.
I love the three-point shooting of Irving. Excellent at dialing it in from deep, and you've got to respect his range.
Timeout called the Pacers. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Celtics. Rozier comes in for Kyrie Irving. Brown down low. He's guarded by Stevenson. And it's Brown missing.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Now here's Collison. 10 points for him. Bogdanovich offline with his three.
And another miss. Woo. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have. You're right. Here's Rozier. Here's Yabusele. It's tipped. And a fast break now for the Pacers. Collison with the ball. He kicks it to Jefferson. The pass to Sabonis. Here's the three. Rebound Boston.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Smart wide open. He fires. Drops in the tray. Smart's got his third basket of the night right there.
Where was the defense? Come on now. Where was it? No idea how they gave up that open a look.
Jefferson kicks to Collison. Pass to Sabonis. Feeds to Stevenson. Shoots from 12. They grabbed their own miss. Stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. On offense, here are the Celtics. They're on a 13-5 run here. And Bogdanovich kicks to Collison. Passes it to Sabonis. Stevenson against Brown. Jefferson, a screen on Brown. Offensive rebound.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Smart dishes to Brown. Back to Smart. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 4 assists now tonight.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to 13 after the bucket is good from Stevenson.
And, you know, these are easy ones. Once you're this close, it's academic.
The screen from Brown. Rozier the pass to Brown. Stolen by Stevenson. Here's Bogdanovich. Second chance shot. And for three, Collison. That one doesn't drop. And it's Boston the other way. Here's Rozier. Good D by Stevenson. Indiana's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Kicks it to Collison. Here's Sabonis. No good that time. Here's Rozier. He's got 9. And it's off from three-point range.
Unfortunately, his shot has been everywhere, all over the place. Can't buy a basket. However, his teammates got him covered.
And here's Smart. He feeds it to Brown. Good D by Stevenson. Pacers trail by 13. Picked him clean. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way.
Hey, guys, you're not going to slow down Brown when he's scoring the ball like this. I mean, he's simply on a tear right now.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. And I'd bet a lot of big men would love to have that right hand of Al Jefferson.
No doubt. I mean, he can hit that hook shot out to 10 feet, maybe a tad beyond that. It's one of those shots you're not going to block. It goes in or it doesn't. In his case, it's usually the former.
Robinson's checked in for the Pacers. Joseph comes in for Darren Collison. Boston also with the sub. Tatum, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown.
Man, what a finisher is Tatum. Jason Tatum going high to hammer it down.
To the inside. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from for the Pacers.
Well, they're going to have to look elsewhere for points because he has pulled a Houdini and completely disappeared from the offense in this one. Just no production from him, and nothing seems to be in rhythm for him right now. It's just not his night.
Now here's Smart. 17-point lead, their biggest.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Here's Rozier. Following the basket by Lance Stevenson. Pass to Rozier. And it's blocked by Stevenson. And there's the pass to Sabonis. Left side Jefferson. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, he's a big-time glass eater now. Reads, misses nicely, and then capitalizes as well.
Now Tatum. He's got 8. Here's Rozier. Buries it from 3-point range. Rozier's got 12.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in, locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
Sabonis with the bucket.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Smart with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Tatum. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Watching Jason Tatum, it's hard to find many faults in his game, Greg. He's strong inside and out and plays both ends of the floor equally well.
Yeah, kind of a jack of all trades, right, and master of none. He does everything reasonably well on the basketball floor, just doesn't do anything great. Having said that, though, Tatum is one of those guys that I think improves the overall IQ of your team, and terrific size at his position.
First free throw is good.
And there's so much that Tatum does well. I mean, he shoots it well, rebounds, passing, playing defense. I mean, he's the complete package.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Jefferson. Young comes in for Domantas Sabonis. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Lance Stevenson. Both good from the line that time. And a big front office change for the Pacers over the summer. Cause for concern?
No, I don't think so, Kevin. Very experienced hands are taking over. And I think it'll be a relatively smooth transition for the Pacers.
Young's shot is off. Celtics leading by 16. Here's Rozier. He's got 12 over Joseph. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Boy, Kevin, he just clanked that one. I mean, surprising because the defense wasn't really in the picture.
Back to Robinson. Kept alive. Some nice passing here by Indiana. 1:49 left in the third. And stolen by Tatum. All alone. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Awesome speed from Tatum. Excels at getting to the right place in these fast break chances.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Now, here's Oladipo. He's got 12. Down low, here's Turner. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And, you know, Miles Turner, a 5-star recruit coming out of Trinity High School near Dallas, was Big 12 Freshman of the Year at the University of Texas. And He keeps working, and he's getting better and better and has all-star potential.
And that one falls for Turner. And Clark, you've been around the Pacers. What are your impressions of Miles Turner?
Great maturity for his age, humble, hard-working, hungry, smart, and I think he wants to be great. That's all good stuff.
And the Celtics making a change here. Al Horford is checked in for Aaron Baines. Marcus Morris comes in for Yabusele. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Smart. And Irving subbed in for Rozier.
Boy, I tell you, Turner is a dominant force who imposes his will on whoever is on him. But what you have to like and respect is his work ethic.
Now here's Tatum. 12 points for him. And he's good on the three ball. Irving's got 14 points for the game.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Turner against Horford. Good on the shot. 11 points in the game.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Irving with the ball. Picked up by Joseph. Picked by Horford. Morris kicks to Horford. Shoots over Turner. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And that's 10 points for Horford.
He is in the zone. There's a reason he keeps getting the ball. They're feeding him because they trust him to lead their team.
It's Turner high post. That one doesn't go. Good work defensively by Horford. Here's Morris. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markieff, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Good on the second free throw.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Now here's Joseph. 7 points in the game. Screen by Young. Robinson for 3. Another shot off the mark. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Boston. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Celtics leading by 20. Robinson and Young, the duo at forward. Victor Oladipo is out there with Corey Joseph. And it's Turner in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Now here is Robinson following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Robinson against Morris. They double him with Horford. Clark, when you played, you were the classic power forward. Forwards now are asked to do so much in terms of skill set on the floor. Just how much has that forward position changed in the last few decades?
You know, in some ways, Kevin, it's become a little more specialized. I mean, you have wing players now that fall into that small forward category. But guys between 6'6" and 6'10" now are playing on the wing, which means you've got to be able to move your feet and defend. Versatile players at that position. You've got to be able to handle the ball and make plays ideally, get shots, score the ball, and rebound effectively. So that's always been, I thought, the 2 and 3 positions, which are wings now. Those positions are the most demanding in the league in terms of both sides of the ball. The power forward position has become somewhat like that now because of the size and versatility and skill set of so many of those bigger players. But I think the demands are pretty much the same. The one thing that changed is the fact that you have to play out on the floor more and in space, which means you've got to be a little more athletic if you're going to be part of a small ball lineup.
And Gordon Hayward has increased his scoring average every season he's been in the league, and couple that last year also a career high in offensive efficiency. The guy is just a budding superstar.
Timeout called the Pacers. And Gordon Hayward has worked on his strength, but also his balance, adding boxing, Greg, as you were talking about, to his off-season training.
Yeah, great point. I mean, the strength, the balance, and footwork make him a great slasher. This guy gets in the lane and just has a knack for working himself to the foul line.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Anabogu's checked in for Miles Turner. Leaf comes in for Young. And Joseph Young subbed in for Victor Oladipo. So it's the Celtics now, following the score by Indiana. Larkin dishes to Horford. There's the steal. Young outside. Pass to Leaf. Screen by Young. Outside Robinson. 6 to shoot. Here's Leaf. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
Great job getting to the right spot on the court. Beautiful passing all the way around.
Out to the right wing. Launches it. That shot is off. So Indiana will take it the other way. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Young, right side. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Boston leading by 21, expanding his range. Boston, no good that time either. Now here's Joseph, guarded closer. Robinson, that's good. The Celtics have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here's Larkin. Pass to Ogilvy. Over Robinson. Count that one from Ogilvy. And the Celtics lead by 20. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. They set the pick. Robinson down low. And Boston with the rebound. Horford's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Ogilvy, and another basket for Boston. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Pass to Leaf. Well, we know just how athletic the NBA has become since its inception. Clark, even from when you play, just how much faster and stronger has the game become?
I would say if we were going to try to put a percentage on it, I think it's grown 60–70% in terms of athleticism. And a lot of it is attributable to the training advances that have been made in sports science and sports medicine and sports performance. And that's benefited and aided the players greatly. And then you have players that have really bought into nutrition and year-round maintenance of their bodies and taking advantage of this technology to enhance performance. And then it becomes a herd mentality. More and more of the guys are doing it, and more of them are benefiting from this enhanced training. So I'd say it's at least 70% better than 30 years ago.
Now here's Irving after Jaylen Brown's miss. Irving passes to Horford. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
A top-notch post game is just one of the ways Horford helps his team. One of the more important ways, though, is because he's a tough matchup down low.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Celtics?
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle. And really, as recently as 2014, the Pacers were a team with that old-school front court. Some tall timber inside, and they played that slow, methodical pace. They have revamped the roster, looking to space the floor and really fire it up on offense.
Now here's Tatum. Bogdanovich missing his last shot. He's feeling it. That's good from Horford on the assist by Irving. Irving's got his 6th assist on the night.
Yeah, and he can really take his game outside when he wants to. Horford's got plenty of range to go along with all that work he does on the interior.
Now here's Collison over Irving. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Down low. The kick out to Brown. No good on the triple.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Bogdanovich dishes to Collison. But they get it back.
Oh, tough play underneath there to give them another possession. Just what they were hoping for. A little more time off the clock.
Picked by Horford. Irving kicks to Horford. From deep. Again, the miss by Horford.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Here's Joseph. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Boston's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Irving passes to Brown. Clark, we've seen the bench celebration become almost an art form in the NBA over the past few seasons. Are you surprised this is a thing now?
Not at all. Again, when everything is captured and documented, and you're going to have creativity and attention-grabbing celebration, so it's just part of the landscape.
Young's shot is off. The Celtics have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Here's Morris. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Here's Collison. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Morris a screen. Irving kicks to Brown. In the corner. Tatum with it. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 5 assists in the game.
Yeah, he's got it going. Nice to see Tatum finding his rhythm. He's a talented scorer and playing with a lot of confidence.
Now here's Bogdanovich. Young outside. Turner with a screen for Young. Just 5 to shoot. That one's not going to go. For Boston, they've gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the 4th, right around 46-47%. And there's the bucket from Tatum.
Got to respect the soft touch inside from Tatum now. He's not shy in looking for a shot. I mean, he's a shot hunter in the paint.
Here's Young. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Looking to get back on track here. That shot no good. Some solid defense there from Irving. For Boston, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the 4th, exactly 50%. The dish to Brown. Back to Irving. The 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them, and as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
Now Bogdanovich, following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Turner with the screen.
Don't leave Collison open.
Collison kicks to Young, shoots over Brown. Indiana again missing.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Irving against Collison. Irving kicks to Morris over Young. Morris, no good. And Indiana shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. It's stolen by Brown. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Irving. Irving's got his 8th assist here tonight.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
Now here's Bogdanovich. Can they get it? Good work defensively by Horford.
And they just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Yeah, they can't find anything. They're lost right now. Everything working against them.
Rejected by Young.
Thaddeus Young using that expansive wingspan to put that shot in reverse.
And here's Bogdanovich. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Now Tatum. The Pacers pull it in. Young's got 11 rebounds in the game. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Al Jefferson is checked in for Miles Turner. Leaf comes in for Young. Lance Stevenson's checked in for Joseph. Young is subbed in for Darren Collison. .158 left in the fourth. And Bogdanovich kicks to Stevenson. And referee play review is something that is still relatively new in the NBA. Clark, do you think it should be expanded?
I think we should continue to modify and refine it and be careful to not look to overdo it. But we also want to make sure we're using it productively and prudently. So modify it, refine it, evaluate it each year, and try to make really good use of it in the areas where it can be most effective in enhancing the calls that are made in the game.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Celtics.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And asserting themselves up front here, guys. They'll be taking the front end of a 4-game season series between these two. They've got to feel good about getting the upper hand tonight against Indiana.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Al Horford.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Indiana. Celtics also with a sub. Smart's checked in. Here's Rozier. Over Young. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here are the Celtics with the ball. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Smart passes to Rozier. Pass to Ojale. Shot clock at 6. Now, here is Young. Defense is right there. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Gordon, very nice win for you guys tonight.
You know, just proud of the way we fought. We thought we shared the basketball pretty well tonight. Played pretty solid defense as well. We got the win. So
great effort tonight, Gordon. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.